All right, welcome back. Today in math, we are going to do Chapter 7, Lesson 3, page 425, 426, 427, 428, 429, and 430. We are talking about mentally subtracting, just like we had mentally added before in our addition. This time we're going to be doing the opposite. We're going to be taking them away. So your first page here says 135 students are on the playground, 100 students go inside. How many students are left on the playground? Well, to visualize that, we could draw a picture, or we could write 135 students are on the playground and 100 of them go inside. If they went inside, that means they went away. We're subtracting. 5 minus 0 is 5, 3 minus 0 is 3, and 1 minus 1 is 0. We do not put a 0 down here because zeros are placeholders. We don't need a placeholder here. All right. So if we had 135 students on the playground, 100 went inside, that means we are left with 35 students on the playground. So 35 students is what you should have there. Could you have done this in your head? Possibly. And that's the idea. That's why it says mental math here. So on the back side, we have this nice young man carrying his lunchbox. To subtract 100 or 10, think of facts you know. So for instance, if you know what 4 minus 1 is, there you go again, see? We're talking about if you know your ones in subtracting. If you know 4 minus 1, 6 minus 1, 8 minus 2, 3 minus 1. Those kinds of facts, these are going to be pretty quick for you. So if you know that 4 minus 1 is 3, this is going to be pretty simple for you. But again, we always start with our ones column. So 2 minus 0 is 2. 2 minus 0 is 2. 4 minus 1 is 3. So the answer is 322. Down here, we're subtracting tens in tens place. All right. So if we know that 6 minus 1 is 5, this is going to be pretty simple. We always start with the ones, though. 0 minus 0, 0. 6 minus 1, 5. 4 minus nothing, 4. All right. Let's do 1, 2, and 3 right now together. So we're going to take 329 minus 100. We're going to have 820 minus 10 for number 2. And number 3 is 363 minus 100. All right. So here again, if I know what 3 minus 1 is, this is going to be pretty simple because I already know that 9 minus 0 is 9. I know that 2 minus 0 is 2, and I know that 3 minus 1 is 2. Pretty quick, right? I could also do this one in my head because I should know what 2 minus 1 is, and I should know what 8 minus nothing is. So here we go. 0 minus 0, 0. 2 minus 1, 1. 8 minus nothing, 8. All right, and then we have number 3 down here. Go ahead and do number 3 right now. You should have 3 ones, 6 tens, and 2 hundreds. So 263 is the answer to number 3. Now, all of those should have been fairly quick and easy for you. These are supposed to be done in your head. They're mental math. So what you have is you have 4, 5, and 6 left, and then down here, 7 and 8 are written as a subtraction sentence. Still, you remember your hundreds place, your tens place, and your ones place. Line them up in your mind, and you shouldn't have any trouble. All right, just make sure that you line them up with their places. So if it's 100, you need to make sure you put it with the hundreds. All right, so 100, 100. Make sure you're subtracting those two. If it's a 10, you need to make sure you put it with the tens. All right, make sure you're lining them up in your mind the way they need to be to subtract. Your next page, page 427, is exactly like the first page we did together. The back side. The back side. I'm trying to make this so you can see them all. So on the back side, you have problem 24. that you need to do. You have problem 25 that you need to do. And you need to do the brain builder. Okay? Be careful because they're showing you tens and hundreds. But you can do it. I know you can. You do not have to do the right math. Okay? Then you have your homework page, which is essentially the same as what we did together. And then you have your back page at the top. You have your subtracting. So again, there's missing numbers. All right, you got to decide what the missing numbers are. The missing numbers can only be 100 for the most part, or 10. Okay? Those can be the only numbers you use, 100 or 10. Go ahead and do 11, but you don't have to do 12. If you do 12, I'll put some beads in the jar. Okay? And then make sure that you do number 13. All right? So if you have questions or this seems a little tough for you, make sure you have mom or dad contact me so I can make sure that you're doing it correctly. All right? And I will see you tomorrow for more math.